Your family. Right, what are you telling me? Okay, so let's get fucking peeled. Make Bundesliga great again. Right, we're dieting for a holiday. I need to know the exact date of your holiday so I can fill it in on the timeline, just so I know where we're going with things. Obviously, so we're going through the tabs, the home. This is just like generic shit on the front page, I won't lie. Training, once you've sent this over to me, this will be filled out. I won't be expecting you to fill out anything on this. This is just more for reference for me than you. Everything should be through rep count, which I will show you later. These are the only two apps, MyFitnessPal and rep count, that I would tell you to download. MyFitnessPal comes into this a little bit as well because, so on the food diary page, I have laid out 6 meals for you here. If you don't like them, let me know. We'll change them up. But these are only suggestions at the moment. As we go into it, I would like you to pick these one of 4 of these 6 each day. Okay. And basically, what I would like you to do is to say you've gone for meal 1, meal 3, meal 5, meal 6. Okay. I can see exactly what you've eaten. I can see the calories. I've put this rough just because as we go into the meal plan, I'll obviously change this, but we are just diving in head first. So we are just shooting in the dark a little bit. Hence why there's a little bit of variance here in the calories on these. Because if you, for instance, choose 3, there's a couple that are a bit higher than others. There's a couple that are a bit lower. If you choose the lower ones and more often, and we're seeing weight drop, obviously it tells me a little bit more about your body and stuff like that. But let's just say, for instance, you've had 3 out of the 4, but you were rushed, you didn't have stuff prepped for the day, and you've gone to Tesco and you've just picked something up. Just write it in the food diary. And if you want to be completely on track, track it using MyFitnessPal, use it as a reference, try and aim for that 500 calorie goal. It also does give you a little bit of freedom, say you and Billy want to have like dinner together or something like that. You could go meal 4, meal 2, meal 5. You've got the macros here, so I would roughly estimate these all at about 500 each because there's not enough, about 500 each, which means it leaves you about 500 calories for dinner. So say you and Millie wanted to have something for dinner, go to Tesco, use MyFitnessPal, whatever, and then just write it in here, whatever you've sort of had, okay? I've put the 7th of August because that's next week. If you do have stuff this week, I'll use this as like the prior week, so leading up to the 7th of August instead of whatever. But yeah, anyway, the meal suggestions are in. If you don't like them, let me know if some of them are wrong. I think 3 out of the 6 use whey. If you don't have any protein powder as of yet, have them without the protein powder, or alternatively, like the yogurt, add like an extra 100 grams of yogurt. Try and just replace sort of what. Sorry, there's no ground there. Replace what the whey provides, so sort of like an extra 100 grams of Greek yogurt, but the whey will make things cheaper over time. Or like, for instance, the peanut butter bagels and stuff like that. If something like that, you could always, I know that you train at Norton, you could always just get a double scoop shake from Norton. And again, the oatmeal, you can have it without, and then you could also, again, have a shake from Norton or something like that to meet that meal. So if you do that, just literally just check it off on the, what's it called, on the checking sheet. It's like meal 1 done. Okay, so body weight goes in here. I expect 4 of the 6 meals to be eaten. There are 10,000 step goal. That is the goal. Hopefully that's not too high. I know that you obviously do outside work and stuff like that, so I can relatively speaking, I think you should be around that anyway. And then the cardio goal is 3 times a week. I would like you to do 20 minutes of incline walk / stairs at 130 to 140 BPM. If you have an Apple Watch, that's perfect. Try and keep your heart rate in that sort of gap. And if not, use the handles, sort of periodically check, make sure that we're sort of in that range. And I would just expect to see this checked 3 times across the week. And then if there is anything that we went off plan, like if you had a pizza or a takeaway or something, I'm not going to bollock you, mate. At the end of the day, these are your goals, but just check that, write in the notes what you sort of had, etc., etc. But this is also because everything is about visibility when it comes to coaching. If there's anything that I need to know in terms of like something happened on the day or something's gone wrong or whatever, just put it in here. Let me know. That's why I've highlighted it just for the first week. Just anything at all. Absolutely anything can fly, mate. I speak to people about everything and anything. Right, I'm giving out relationship advice on a day-to-day, but I can't guarantee that that's going to be any good. But you know what I mean. I literally chat to my clients about everything. So yeah, you've got your meals, you've got your food diary. That's self-explanatory. This will shift into a meal plan as we begin to see sort of like a pattern arise across what meals you're picking. I will then take the options away, and it will just be like 4 meals. Did you eat all 4? And then that'll be that. If this is just because we are diving headfirst straight into things, you've said you want to be straight on the ball, so this is how we're going to structure it. This is how we're going to go into it. If it doesn't work, we can reapproach it next week. That is fine, or in the next couple of days. Or if you think it's not going to work now, just holler me and we can move it around. Body weight, if we can get back into the routine of that, that'd be fucking superb. Weigh yourself in the morning, not the evening. A lot of people do it in the evening. I'm like, what are you doing? Habit building, this is just a note for yourself. Like, why are you doing this? Dieting habits. We're dieting for a hollybob, so we're gonna look our fucking best. Okay. Supplements. We've got whey. I've put Trained by JP on here because they're the goat. And then cream of rice. If you want to give it a go, you're more than welcome to. I fucking live for it. This is my pride and joy every single fucking day. Little bit of cream rice, little bit of whey on the top of it, mate. It slaps. It's unbelievable. It's goated. Okay. Creatine. If you're not already taking it, I would suggest, but again, it's not like urgent. And then the applications, MyFitnessPal, rep count. That is what it's called. I can put the link if you can't find it, but I'm assuming you know how to use the App Store. So search for that. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you need me to walk you through it, I can. MyFitnessPal, again, I'm presuming you've used. If you haven't, again, I can walk you through it. Don't worry about the volume tab. Don't worry about the training tab. And yeah, that should pretty much be everything. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to shout me. Absolutely fine. Questions are what I want to hear. Okay, and then as we go on, we'll set some other goals. We'll set some little ones. Okay, but obviously the cardio is in, steps are in, protein goal and calorie goal. Like, if you want to have a complete free ball day, you're more than welcome to. Just focus on 2,000 calories and 180 grams of protein. Okay, might seem low, might seem daunting, but we will get there, bro. It will be fine. Okay, now, yeah, I will stop rambling. I'll let you have a lovely evening to yourself, and yeah, talk soon.